We're here with Diego Hernández Baquedano, one of the culinary stars of the moment. Diego, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you.
So, Diego, tell us, what is it that you cook?
I cook mostly Baja cuisine. That's the place where I'm from. So I feel a big obligation of communicating the style of food that we do at the region where I'm from. And well, that's basically what I do.
Wow. Well, I want to learn a little bit more about your story. How is it that you started cooking, or how does the passion come from?
I started cooking like 15 years ago, maybe. It was just, I don't know, it was just like by chance. I wasn't pursuing a career in gastronomy, but I ended up cooking at this restaurant from this famous chef, Benito Molina. He's one of the best chefs in Mexico. And then I worked for him for like a year and a half. Then he recommended me with another friend of his. And then I ended up working in Mexico City, in Puyol and Pangea. I think those are three of the best restaurants in Mexico. So that's how my training started. Then I got into the culinary school in Tijuana and got back to Ensenada, which is my hometown. We opened a restaurant there in the Guadalupe Valley, which is where the 90% of the Mexican wine is made. It's a place for inspiration for the new movement of Mexican food that is happening right now all over the country.
And I know that you started a few restaurants as well. Can you tell us which ones are those?
I used to have one in Tijuana, that was my first one, called Uno. And we tried to do like modern Baja cuisine, but in Baja California we didn't have an old tradition as in other cuisines of Mexico. So we started like using mostly the ingredients and the palette of flavors in order to create what the new Baja food will be. And we closed that restaurant in 2010. Then I got back to Ensenada and we opened Corazón de Tierra, which is a restaurant that I actually have. We planted a whole vegetable garden, trying to get as much flavor from the soil as we can. And the whole project changes the menu every day depending on the day's harvest. And we use just local ingredients.
So it really is farm to table.
It is. It really is.
So what is different about Chef Diego? What is unique about your style of cooking?
I don't know. I think the way that I grew up in Ensenada, those are the flavors that I have in my mouth. So I just try to recreate that with all the ingredients that we have in the area. And in Baja, there is now a movement going on, but I think that the only difference is that I'm the only one that was born and raised there. So I remember the food that my grandparents were doing and all of that. So I just try to do it in a new way. So I'm very proud to be who I am and from the place where I come from. So I just try to represent that culture in my food.
Sounds like you're doing it great. And I want to know, what is your favorite personal Mexican dish?
There are a lot. Mexico is a very big country. From Yucatan, for example, I love the cochinito pibil. From Baja, I love all kind of ceviches, especially the ones that have sea urchin. From Central Mexico, I love quesadillas and flautas. And it depends of the region we are speaking. I have a different dish that I like.
Diego, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.